Have you ever played in the wrong key before on stage in front of thousands of people? Well, I have. Trinidad and Tobago, circa early 2000s, on stage with none other than Stevie Wonder. This is what happened. Guitar! Guitar player, E. Yes, that's what happened. I played it in the wrong key. Stevie Wonder called me out on stage by name. And he's like, yo, guitar player, guitar player, wrong key, E. I was playing it in E flat. But that's the original key, I promise. Look it up. Stevie Wonder's original version of Superstition is in E flat. That's how I learned it. And I figured, well, we didn't have time to rehearse. This is a throw and go festival line check that you literally throw your gear up there. You check the line. You make sure, okay, sound on guitar. Okay, sound on kick drum. Sound on snare. Sound on bass. Okay, good. Let's go. That's what it was. Line check festival. So I'm thinking, well, Stevie's gonna play his song in the original key, right? Wrong. If I could. Okay, explain the problem. Well, in Superstition, when you played an E flat on guitar or bass, you can't play an open string. So you have to play. You never get that low octave. Stevie, knowing this, he's like, nah, let's just do it in E, because guitars are typically tuned in E. Me being Mr. Jazz guy, studied guy, oh, I know the original record. I'm being just like the original record guy, because typically that's what artists want you to do. They want you to emulate the original recording, which is super cool. But in this case, he made an exception because he wanted that low E. Just makes sense. Moral of the story, don't get too sure of yourself. The music director, Ricky Minor, yes, the Ricky Minor, famed music director for everything you can imagine under the sun, had charts made. But I was so confident in the fact that I knew Superstition. I didn't need to look at the chart for Superstition. Now, typically, when you're performing, we don't want you to look at charts, right? Especially if you're on tour with an artist consistently, night after night. You're supposed to memorize that stuff. No charts necessary. But on these throw and go fly dates with just a quick line check, and we were the house band for an array of artists, Patti LaBelle, Natalie Cole, Stevie Wonder, Sting, the list goes on. There was literally, I think, 6 or 7 artists. They have what's called a book of charts. And you have charts for all the artists, and you have the chart there. And I was always the kind of guy who I really wanted to entertain. I didn't want to be like glued to the chart. Oh, look at me, I'm reading music. I hate that. So I would have the chart down a little bit instead of high up. I want the people to see me. I don't want the black music stand covering my whole being. But in this case, I was like, it's Superstition. I know it. I should have referenced the key at least. I didn't. Lesson learned. Therefore, do not do as I do, do as I say. I know, it's crazy. But we live and we learn. And guess what? Stevie Wonder is a badass. And I got to play with him. Thanks for watching. Subscribe and ring the bell so you never miss an episode of The Career Musician. Get your pro tips to make music your business. Listen to the Career Musician podcast to get insider secrets on how to get the gig, keep the gig, and go beyond the gig. And finally, be sure to grab your free copy of the Ethos, the Career Musician's Code, Chapter 1. This is for free, so you can master the mindset and strategies to turn your passion into profit. Check out thecareermusician.com for more resources, and don't forget to check out this next video that we have specially curated for you. Oh, and tell us in the comments, what would you like to see next on The Career Musician? Keep rocking and keep the gigs rolling.